speaking of this whole, like, this was crazy is that Dave Chappelle apparently had some issues with the LGBT community and then the transgender community. Speaking of that, talk about Boosie and Nas X. Lil Nas.
Yo.
So apparently, like, Lil Nas X's dad got involved.
What?
It was like his dad got involved, bro. I was like, Boosie, shut the.
Yo,
that's my boy.
You know.
Well, hold on before you go.
Go
You want me to cue up what was said?
Yeah. Like, cue up what he was saying.
So here's the deal, right? So Boosie Badass response to Lil Nas backlash, right? So basically, Boosie. So people, Boosie's been having comments about Lil Nas X as being gay, blah blah, and him kind of being very vocal about that being wrong in the hip hop community, in the black community, whatever. If y'all think the whole world hate me, y'all tripping. I have international love and respect for how I am and what I stand for. And never forget, there's a ghetto in every city, state, country who rock with Boosie. So just like they try to cancel Dave Chappelle, Boosie, after he made his statements, I gotta get the original statements. They try to cancel Boosie. Boosie's like, I'm well known. Y'all can't cancel me. But what happened was, let me see if we can play this.
Shit, fire ain't even lie for it. Goddamn, sound little Boosie finna come out.
I think he's just trying to say, I think he just said bullshit. But so he said, stop trolling me. Now, did he say F? And is that?
Yeah, he said the gay slur.
You a whole bitch playing with a gangster. Shaking my head. You can keep sucking and getting in your damn.
Yeah.
Peace. And you hate yourself. Hashtag. I would too if I was you, Lil Nas X. If you commit, I don't want to say, I don't know what YouTube, but if you gotta check this out in the video, you would do this world a huge favor. Nobody wants you here. Now it's fucked up.
Definitely
it's fucked up.
Definitely messed up.
Oh, we actually agree on this.
No.
We gotta argue though.
No. So it's
fucked up.
My thing is, when Boosie first started coming out about the Lil Nas X thing, I was on the side because the point about Dave Chappelle made the point that Dave Chappelle made about how nobody cares about black people as much as the LGBT community. Boosie was one of the first people that championed that argument.
Really?
He was one of the first people to make that argument. He was like, yo, like, black people are getting killed every day, but the LGBT community, their movement is progressing and ours isn't.
That was Dave Chappelle's argument too.
Yeah, but Boosie was one of the first people to
make that argument. How you feel about that argument? Boosie said that argument? He was the first one.
He was one of the first people to make that argument.
To say they're progressing, why black community is not progressing as they are.
Yeah, their movement is progressing. Why are black people still getting killed? And I remember it was when Mike Tyson's daughter debated Boosie, right? When Mike Tyson's daughter debated Boosie, Boosie's daughter was just like, "Oh, do you know how many trans people are getting killed?" And Boosie was like, "Okay, well, do you know how many black people are getting killed?" So,
but why you got? Okay, I don't know when, but why you got it? Why does it have to be likened that way? Like, why do you have to be like, you know how many trans, you know how many black people getting killed? Like that's like not respecting their own issues. You don't have to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that.
Well, so I get it.
You know how many trans people got to deal with shit? Like, there's a lot of mental health issues with transgender with that.
And as much as people don't like to think about it, right? The mentality of being a trans person, that's not a choice. But the decision to transition, that is a choice. Being black isn't.
Do you want someone to speak about what it feels like to be black? Do you feel it's cool for someone white or anyone else to say, black people, being black, you have a choice to do this, and you don't really have a choice. You kind of. Do you feel it's okay for someone to speak on that? So that's a false equivalency. No. I didn't even make the equivalency yet. It is. Just tell me don't answer that first question. You know where I'm going. I'll answer the question. Question again. Is it okay for a white person to say, black people feel X, Y, Z, and it's a choice for when black people go through this, it's a choice for that. Is it okay for a white person to talk like that?
No.
Okay. You're not transgender. I'm not transgender. Is it okay for us to say, it's transgender, their health issue, their mental mind state is this and it's that? Why are we okay with that? Why is that okay, but not okay everywhere else?
It is okay, and here's why.
It's a double standard.
It is okay. It's not. It's not.
It's a double standard.
Because there's a certain way, throughout history, there's a certain way that the world has looked on black people simply because of the color of their skin. Not because of anything that they've done.
Right, but we're not talking right now about the black struggle, right? We're talking about the transgender struggle.
Yeah, but
they have their plight. What is your? I have my plight. Like different cultures have plights. Indians, Asians, for the coronavirus. We ain't talking about our plight right now. We're talking about the transgender plight. And
let's be real.
So why are we gotta say, oh, you fuck your plight?
No,
my plight. My plight has a problem.
We're not saying F your plight. We're saying give both plights the equal amount of attention and give them both the equal amount of movement. And it seems like the LGBT plight is progressing further in a shorter amount of time than the black plight.
LGBT community, and obviously this could be controversial. I was hearing in the comments. LGBT community has made more progression than the black community in America.
Yes.
Than Martin Luther King, Malcolm. Me.
Black people.
Hold up. Me, bro. Me. Not you. Me. Both of us. Mm-hmm. But me included. I would not even be able to do anything I'm doing if it wasn't for Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. No minorities here.
Right.
Not only black, no minorities be able to do shit here.
And how long has that taken?
You're going to tell me with all respect to LGBT community, you're telling me LGBT community is making more progression than Martin Luther King,
in
Malcolm X, and all these people in this country?
How long has that taken?
I took a long ass
George Floyd was just what? How long ago?
It took a long ass time.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. George Floyd was just a couple. Was what? Last year?
How long it took LGBT community to get some respect on their name,
bro? And another point is, as soon as you say something about any person of LGBT, they're getting you out of here. They're getting you out of here.
I don't like that kind of shit, to be honest with you. Same thing with Dave Chappelle. I like Dave Chappelle. I don't mind Boosie, whatever bullshit. It's not personal. I don't think that's a cool comment to make. You should get the fuck up on it. If you're making a comment and they don't like your comment, they have a right to stand, just like you have a right to, just like me and you. Y'all don't like my culture, you don't like my race, I'm gonna stand for it. They have a right to do that too.
They do.
But why are we saying and y'all can't?
No, we're not saying that. We're not saying that they can't. We're not saying that they can't. But we're saying, like I said, we're saying that both movements don't get the same amount. Like police brutality. Like, black people, there's black people that are still poor and disenfranchised out here. Of course. There's still food deserts in the hood. There's still liquor stores right next to liquor stores right next to public schools. Like the black plight, we're still back here while they're progressing. And let's be real, the majority of the LGBT community are what? They're white men.
See,
they're white men.
We need to have I want to have transgender on the show, just to talk about this issue, because
if the LGBT movement wasn't majority white, nobody would care.
So Lil Nas X's dad said to him, how the hell you're a gangster? He take it up for his son. How the hell you're a gangster rapper promoting drugs, gun violence, degrading women, and getting high every video talking about you're for the kids, man. Sit your old man looking ass down. The game has passed you. We real bankhead over here, not like the guy who claims it. Lil Nas X's dad. Lil Nas, Boosie responded, don't get mad at me because your son came out like that. I know it hurts.
Okay, I like that. That was funny.
You like that?
That was funny.
Yo, they go head to head with this shit.
That was funny.
You think it's cool that Lil Nas X's dad took off for him, bro? Like, you in the playground, fighting with dudes, your dad come out of nowhere. Don't talk to my son like that.
I mean,
like, yo, dad, chill right now.
Lil Nas is an adult, but at the same time, Boosie is much older. So I guess his dad, who's roughly the same age as Boosie, just like, yo, what you doing talking about my son, XYZ, yada yada yada. So like, I think it's the fatherly thing to want to do to come out and protect your son.
I don't agree necessarily like with the way Boosie's approaching this, right? But
neither,
right? But there is something to it. I have nothing against the gay community, transgender community. People have a right to that, whatever, bro. Like people have to have some freedom in doing what the hell they want to do. But there is something here with, like, when I saw the whole Dave Chappelle special, like I was mad at him because I don't like, he was triggering the transgender community, but I saw the whole special and I understood his kind of perspective. And I feel like Boosie's kind of doing that. I feel like just like we need to give people freedom of speech, transgender community, we need to give people like Boosie, we can't also cancel him. Like, y'all want to believe what y'all believe. Boosie's saying, I don't believe that. And he's coming out vocal about it. We can't cancel. It's not fair to cancel Dave Chappelle and him to be like, y'all don't like this.
My only problem with Boosie is just that he's too old to be debating Lil Nas. Like, he should be past this. Like, he should obviously see that Lil Nas is a troll. He should see that Nas is a troll. Like, Nas just wants to get a reaction out of him. He's too old to still be making these comments. Like, he sounds hurt. Like, he's like, you call him all these names and XYZ. Like, come on, Boosie. Like, you're too old. Like, you're too old to not see what this is and to let it get to you.